Stadium in Iowa City. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Purdue Boilermakers and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. The Hawkeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get first crack at it here. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Wide receiver going in motion. Rides to the back. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Sells to run, wants to pass. Working that left side now.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Second down to the air. Right side, it's Gibson. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Second down, going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that or pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop them.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
Hauls it in. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. They're going to run just about their entire opening script on the first drive of the game. 12th play coming up on third down. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Direct snap. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Corners are walked up tight. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moulton. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under pressure, find some time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the wideout. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the...
Makes the grab in their space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Throws it off the RPO. At the 20, he's got space. All the way! Touchdown, Purdue!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Might as well run him again. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. From the gun, it's Terrell. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
In that 3rd down and manageable situation, I love the RPO play call.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Motion from the wide receiver. Snapped on 4th down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Wants to go up top on second down. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. And to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Caught in the backfield, it's Terrell. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot, and he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
He makes the tackle at the 47-yard line. Brings up second down.
Long way to go on second down. This time they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. First play of this drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. He's loose on the right. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Boilermakers! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab over the middle. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Wants to throw on 1st. Finds the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And how easy was that for this offense? Tight end just wide open on the outside.
And Reese, one thing, I know this defense is concerned with all the speed offensively they've got at the wideout position, but you can't forget about the tight end. There's no way that guy should be that wide open on the perimeter of the field.
At the 40, there he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Extending the play. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David? And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Hits inside, it's Terrell. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws it deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Drops back on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 6 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Fighting Irish on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Now back to your game at Kinnick Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Boilermakers will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Making his first move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Looking for room, it's Terrell. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, Why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It's 3rd and 5. Handoff for Jarrett. Enough to move the chains. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Gibson.
First down pass complete to the back. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Brings up.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeps it himself. Keeps it on the option. He'll toss it. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Purdue! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. As we check in with Holly.
Hey guys, down on the Boilermakers sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating.
It's a seam wide open. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Terrell. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. On play action. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the pummeling has started.
And I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. RPO complete to open the drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. The snap sets up to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Still looking. He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Handoff from Alton. Got a little grass. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Quick spin on the ride. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be first down. And the Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give to the lone running back.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Hawkeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. Trying to pull his way in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll run with Malton. Touchdown, Iowa! And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. As we start of the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Buying time to his right. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On the option. Quarterback keep. Now the pitch. Turning it on. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Uncorks it. Out wide right, it's Gibson. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Left side is Gibson. Touchdown, Purdue! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Kamari again. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. There he goes. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Malton again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. 3rd and long coming up. Here's a give to Malton. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking for the edge. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Gibson. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. And the Boilermakers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Gibson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the right. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. He's got it on the right. Open space at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Second down, gonna throw it. Swings it out to the flat. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games, so you got to keep sharp.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.